So now we'll take a look at methods. Methods are used to organize the actions we want our program to take. They allow us to give actions a name and allow us to invoke those actions from multiple places in our program. Here we have a simple example in which we have defined a method named average. Now we can use any name we want for methods, and the names we select really should be something that makes sense given the context of what the method is doing. So here I want to calculate the average of two numbers, and thus average is a good name. We define the method here, public static double average. Now the public we'll learn more about, but this basically means that the method can be called from anywhere in our program. Static we'll deal with in detail later on in the course. The return type of this method is double. A method can produce a value, and if a value is produced, we name that type to the left of the name of the method. Average here is the name of the method, and in this case it takes two what we call formal parameters. Formal parameters are the variables that allow data to come into the method for it to do its job. So in this case we want to take the average between two integers, which I've labeled a and b, and within the braces of the method we have one or more statements. In this case, a simple case, we have a single statement, a return statement, followed by an expression that produces a value. As you see, we're taking the sum of a and b and dividing that by 2.0. Remember that when we add integers together, we get an integer, but then when we take an integer and apply some mathematical operation such as division with a double, that produces a double. So that means this expression, a plus b divided by 2, will produce a double, and it is that double that is being returned from the method. So now we are going to call the method, and here in my main I have a call to the average method. I actually did this on purpose, naming the variable that I save the output from the method into as the same thing. Java allows us to do this. The names of methods and the names of variables are in two different scopes, so that means we can actually have a variable with the same name as a method. It's not necessary to do this, but I did this in this case just to make clear that we could do this. So I defined two integers, n1 and n2, with a value of 7 and 12 for no particular reason. I pass those in, and when we pass values into a method, we call those values arguments. Arguments are what go into the method, and parameters are the names that we give to the variables that accept the values into the method. So we pass these two variables as arguments into the average method. Then the flow of control goes into the method. The expression is evaluated. We return that value as a double, and that's what comes out of our method and is assigned to my variable called average. And then I print that out. So let's go to run this. And sure enough, 7 plus 12 is 19. 19 divided by 2 is 9.5.